A dramatic escalation of President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown. The first of 1,500 extra troops touching down in El Paso, Texas.
Items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water. They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look.
They're only going to get $43,000 from the federal government, even if they have a half million dollar.
You did something, Brad, where every insurance company in the country left California. That's why you have no insurance, because you made it so impossible. I'll tell you this.
About my thinking.
I've never
they
seen
clapping.
a state.
Turn it on. Turn it on. Listen up. Welcome to the show. It's Blacklight TV.
And we are back to the Never Too Much podcast on Blacklight TV. Give yourself a round of applause real quick, because y'all just got us super duper monetized. Shout out to the subscribers. Make sure y'all check out the merch. Check all that. Shout out to the sponsors and all that. Now, I am Murph, Big Brother Almighty. Tell them who you is right there, cuz.
And I'm Mr. Rogers, the American Southern Negro. Strive to be a hero. Teach the kids not to be a zero. You heard me?
You already know. And this is the Never Too Much podcast once again. Now, we're going to get straight into it, y'all, because I know it's all over the place. It's all y'all talking about. So you know we're going to talk about it, too. Donald Trump, the commander-in-chief.
Cleaning up, boy.
Man, a lot of y'all don't like it. I'm going to tell you. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it, Mr. Rogers. I really like it. I don't know. Yeah, y'all tell us how y'all feel about it in the comments. I know a lot of black people having issues with, a lot of the holidays and stuff. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the immigration. We're going to get into the LA mayor. And we're going to get into the fact checking, some of the fact checks. Y'all just stay tuned. We're going to be right into that. But first, we're going to get into these immigrants. Let's check out a video real quick. And then I'm going to ask Mr. Rogers about some of this stuff, man. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get this pulled up. Now, this is entitled ICE Arrests Over 500 Immigrants While Trump Visits States Ravaged by Natural Disasters. Okay? Let's see if we can get through this.
Tonight, a dramatic escalation of President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown. The first of 1,500 extra troops touching down in El Paso, Texas to support border security. And for the first time, migrants being deported not on chartered flights like before, but on military aircraft. 2 flights landing this morning in Guatemala.
We're getting the bad, hard criminals out. These are murderers. These are people that have been as bad as you get.
After a record 10 million illegal border crossings over the past 4 years, ICE now ramping up roundups of undocumented immigrants, making 538 arrests yesterday across the country, doubling its daily average in September. Cities including San Francisco, Salt Lake City, and Atlanta. In Newark, New Jersey, this surveillance video appears to show ICE agents making arrests. City officials and immigrant advocates say ICE agents raided this local business, arresting 3 undocumented immigrants and briefly detaining an American citizen, a military veteran, while they asked him for documentation.
They were scrambling up delivery ramps. They were banging down bathroom doors to make sure no one was hiding inside.
ICE doesn't call them raids, but targeted enforcement operations, adding agents sometimes encounter U.S. citizens while conducting field work and may request identification.
Do you plan to use city resources to impede ICE?
We're not going to participate in what we think is unlawful.
Newark's Democratic Mayor Ras Baraka telling us late today there were 2 more operations in his city where more than a third of the population was born outside the U.S.
Donald Trump won this election. What would you say to Trump supporters who are watching this and saying, that's what we voted for?
They're wrong. I would say you're wrong. You were wrong then, and you're wrong now.
Meanwhile, according to this internal memo obtained by ABC News, the Trump administration is reversing another Biden border policy, allowing ICE officials to quickly deport migrants who were legally allowed into the country temporarily under the Biden administration. Back in El Paso, Daniel de la Cruz lives just blocks from the border and praises President Trump for keeping his campaign promise on deportation.
America needs to take care of the American people. I'm glad that Trump is in office implementing the law.
Yes, sir.
Meantime, Gabe, you have
I
some
know that's
new
right.
reporting about Mexico's role in all of this.
Yes, Lester, two U.S. defense officials tell NBC News that Mexico denied access to a U.S. military deportation plane on Thursday. As we mentioned, two planes landed in Guatemala today. Meanwhile, here in Newark, the mayor says that he expects more deportations over the next few days. Lester?
I know that's right.
President Trump today touring damage and hearing from displaced residents in parts of North Carolina ravaged by Hurricane Helene 4 months ago.
I totally feel like that we have been forgotten.
The president, alongside the first lady, again complaining that FEMA's response has been too slow.
Unfortunately, our
Same as North
government
Carolina.
failed you, but it wasn't the Trump government. It was a government run by Biden.
Floating a potentially dramatic move, eliminating FEMA entirely.
I think, frankly,
You got to know that, man.
FEMA's turned out to be a disaster. I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away.
Instead, proposing the White House send disaster relief directly to states and give governors more control. But a president does not have the power to shut down FEMA and would need Congress to give him the authority to remake or get rid of any agency. FEMA's defenders argue the federal government supports states and has a breadth of expertise and resources to respond that most states do not have. A top Democrat tonight panning the proposal.
I mean, if there's one reason we're one nation under God, it's to deal with disasters. So no, we shouldn't get rid of them.
Meanwhile, the president just landing in L.A. to visit the wildfire zone there, greeted by Governor Gavin Newsom on the tarmac, after repeatedly attacking California's Democratic leaders over the state's response to the disaster, and hours after detailing a pair of demands before he will offer more federal aid to the state.
I want to see two things in Los Angeles: voter ID, so that the people have a chance to vote, and I want to see the water be released and come down into Los Angeles and throughout the state.
Newsom's office says other states don't
Which is
require
only right.
voter ID, and California pumps as much water now as it could under Trump's first-term policies, writing conditioning aid for American citizens is wrong. All of it with a final Senate confirmation vote expected tonight on Pentagon pick Pete Hegseth. Earlier, an NBC News review of records from Hegseth's divorce from his second wife, Samantha, includes a court-ordered agreement precluding either of them from saying anything publicly that would disparage the other. Since her ex-husband's nomination, Samantha has commented publicly about him only once in response to a request from NBC News for comment on an affidavit by his former sister-in-law, Danielle Hegseth. Samantha told NBC News, "There was no physical abuse in my marriage."
And Peter, let's turn back to FEMA for a moment. The president is moving forward with his plan to eventually overhaul it.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Lester. A White House official tells me tonight that the president is signing an executive order that will establish a task force to review and provide some of its suggestions to Donald Trump about what to do with the emergency management agency.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories.
Because I'm playing no games, bro.
Ooh, okay. So I'll unwrap there. Mr. Rogers, you want to start off with the immigrant thing? A lot of people upset about that. You see Newark upset. I saw Boston was upset. Why would they be upset about it?
It's a lot of these Democratic people, man. I ain't know why. And like even the immigrant Mexican or whatever he was like, yo, this is what we voted for. We voted for Trump for him to clean up. And that's what the people want, which is only right.
Right, like why wouldn't you want? Like it's the same thing as if you had a bunch of American drug dealers in your neighborhood, or if you had a bunch of crime in your neighborhood, especially if you're not supposed to be over here in the first place. That's what y'all keep overlapping. Y'all are focusing on the little brown lady and all of that, but for the most part, it's a lot of them that is not getting it together on that notion, bro. And that's what we trying to, help y'all understand as well on that part of immigration, illegal immigration. Again, it's only about $800 to become a citizen. That's what's crazy to me, is that it only take a couple dollars that I know they have to become a citizen. You over here legally, you could have earned that $800. If you haven't earned $800 to become a citizen, then you shouldn't be over here anyway. Then what are you complaining wanting to stay for if you couldn't come up with $800 over here since you were in the 6th grade? What do you need to be here for? Okay.
I agree with that.
And furthermore, we can't do it over there. They're not implementing something that where there's not open borders anywhere else. I can't go to Canada with a DUI. No one's making Canada let me in. I don't have a DUI, just example. You can't do that. It's their rules, and no one is tripping about that. As far as I see a lot of people, and I don't know everybody, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't see a lot of Hispanics as upset as black people are.
I know what you mean.
I haven't seen any cotton fields yet. I haven't seen any black people in the cotton field yet. We're still getting a lot of I believe black people still getting jobs. I every year since like 2000 or 1999, they've been coming up with a new way to try to scare the shit out of me. And I'm decided that I'm not going to be that person anymore. If I was in a country that I knew I wasn't supposed to be, I probably would have been with those people who left the first time, Mr. Rogers. The ones who just left before they even, you know what I mean? Just go ahead and scat. I got what I got. What you got anything to say about these people, man? I mean, I've been seeing it personally, and I can't even comment on it because I don't even want to go down that road with them. I don't want you to understand. I don't need you to understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All I can say is that's why Trump the president. We voted for him. The people voted for him, and some people just not gonna like it.
Right.
But he's doing a great job cleaning it up.
Right. Well, apparently, he is trying to clean it up literally. Donald Trump went to California. A lot of people talk about when he went to Cali, and that he had a little bit to say to the mayor out there, I believe, or
to the mayor out there
over that whole situation.
We're going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe. We want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't
Yes,
cost
and
a
they
lot.
can.
You
and
should
they are
let them
able
do it because
No,
by the
they
time you
can do
hire
that.
contractors, it's going to be 2 years.
If a family,
The people are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
and they can.
There's
do
not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours. And that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked,
signed
I
an
mean, you have a
emergency
very powerful
declaration.
emergency power, and you can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can.
Apparently not.
Yes,
What it did.
but you know
Right.
that you will be able to go back.
We'll be able to go back soon.
We think with
Contradiction right there. They're able to
Within a
go.
week. It's a long time, a week. I'll be. Everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people
time.
to be safe.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds
He did a
of
lot in a
people
week.
standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, "Why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit." And the permit's going to take them. Everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Last night.
And that was
last night.
On that.
And that's crazy, man. You got the people telling you.
Mr. President, we're going to be together next week, and during the interim, many of us are involved in, and Tom McClintock, who you know has been an expert on this for years.
That's right.
We are going to be putting conditions on the money that do two things: require that it be done timely and affordable, And then secondly, that we protect those who will come afterwards. As we speak, there are 6,000 acres burning in my district on the Mexican border. There will be more fires until we include in any disaster relief items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water.
Water.
Little things like
Do
water.
that for
You
us.
know,
Little
the
things.
party of common sense. See, we're the party of common sense. You're not. You know, we like water to
Flat
put out
out,
fires.
bro.
It's really quite efficient. All right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Things like water. Oh my
And it's
God,
crazy.
bro.
It's crazy.
Yo, Mr. Rogers. Water.
Damn.
My wife was in California for a couple of months out there working, and she was talking to those people, and man, those people can't stand Newsom. They can't stand him. They wish they could pick him up and throw him out the window. Metaphorically, of course. But he tore that town up with the gas taxes and all that stuff. People, you have to realize something. It looks bad because you're giving up good, but I promise you, you're giving up good for great, bro. I know y'all. When America great again? When America been great? I can remember, and we can go down this whole thing about it, but 2003 was great for me. I don't know. What you got to say about that, man?
Man, listen, I'm glad Trump in the chair, and it's like they working against Trump for some odd reason instead of listening to the man. And in California, water, something they should have had, and like the people speaking, and that's why I like when Trump go there and have the regular person from California talk or hear what they got to say, because it's always different from what the politicians said was going on.
You was right. You're
And
right.
Trump is for the people, and I'm for Trump, and we for the people. Cause
Right. It's almost like asking a child or relying on a Facebook post on how things are going. You ask the person, "Mama, how they doing?" Man, they ain't doing shit. They ain't pay a bill in 6 months. They ain't did nothing. I take care of it. They'll tell you that the person on Facebook is like the mayor. And then when you look back at the person who's suffering, they mama or they cousin or they sisters or they brothers, they'll tell you the truth. And when you ask the people who got to live there, they're not happy with that at all. It just so happens that the people who vote, they vote Democrat. And
listen. In California, when he said he want people to have ID to vote, since in California you don't have to have an ID to vote. So who you think voting? They don't know who the hell voting. That's crazy, right?
This whole thing about black people can't afford IDs is bullshit to me. ID is like $20, yo. That's insulting.
You buy cigarettes, you buy cigars, you buy liquor, you got an ID.
And if I was to say something ignorant and say that y'all you can't afford that. If I would say it, then it's offensive. But when you say buy one, you think you can't get you can't afford what if you can now? If somebody said you could buy it with EBT, then you'll be mad, even though black people don't lead in EBT. But would you? Or I can't even say EBT. EBT is here. SNAP.
There you go. SNAP.
You got to be for real, man. $20 to get your ID or get your ID renewed or to get it, like, even if you live in New York, you can go and get that done. Stop playing. Y'all making it. These are excuses, people. Don't you understand? These are not reasons. These are excuses.
Excuses.
And the faster you get over that, the better. Also, with that whole Governor Newsom fire thing, like he said it's still fires going on. Is it still fire burning over there?
It's still fires burning, bro. And 100% contained.
Yeah, they gotta do something about that, man. For real.
They ain't got no water.
That's scary right there. But he did run up on him and check after that meeting. I think he did some fact checking. Let me see if I can.
What you got for me? What you got for me?
I think he did some fact checking on him. That's what the article said. I'm gonna see. I didn't check this one out. This is
we're shining the whole black light
article
on America.
Well, let me get this. Yeah, man, we like to have fun, but we also got to look into what's current. These politics, there's a lot going on. So I figure, we talk about.
Also stopped by Los Angeles yesterday before arriving in Vegas to tour the devastation left by the wildfires in California. And Governor Gavin Newsom showed up to the tarmac uninvited. After that, the president put Democrats on blast for far left policies that are stopping fire victims from rebuilding their homes.
It might be the same
and their
thing
lives.
here. What is this?
You have emergency powers.
Okay, yeah.
Like I do. You can do everything within
Same thing
24
here.
hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can.
Everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
They're not safe.
And without your help, they're only going to get $43,000 from the federal government, even if they have a half
Well,
million
you
dollar
did something,
loss.
Brad, where every insurance company in the country left California. That's why you have no insurance, because you made it so impossible. I'll tell you this.
About my thinking.
I've never
they
seen
clapping.
a state where almost nobody has insurance.
We had a lot of insurance companies pull out, but I have
And
no
the
idea.
insurance
what-
companies actually
know
have
why?
been warning you.
You know
Right.
why?
I love the transparency of all of that.
Yeah.
This isn't the only disaster Trump says was mishandled. He thinks FEMA botched the North Carolina hurricane recovery so
For
badly
sure.
that he wants to get rid of them.
We'll begin the work of fundamentally changing.
Yeah, because y'all ain't doing your job. What you here for?
overhauling FEMA. FEMA's been a disaster.
Do you know, I thought one of the most remarkable things we saw.
You know what? I don't gotta see the rest of that. What happens, person watching, whatever you're doing for a living, what happens when you don't do it right? What happens when you don't do your job correctly? I'm talking to everybody, but maybe the police department. What happens when you don't do your job right? You get fired. These how can you be upset when for years we have watched and said for years that these government officials are sitting back doing nothing, getting their pockets full, and we want them gone? A man is finally coming and saying, you're not doing anything. I'm going to fire you. And all of a sudden we put on a cape for them. Do we want change or not? Do you want things to be the way they're supposed to be or not? Do you want criminals running around your country that aren't even homemade criminals? We got our own criminals.
Talk to him.
Do you want
Talk to
foreign?
him.
You want to buy foreign products instead of let the foreign countries come here and build their products and let us work there?
Talk to him.
Do you realize that AI is about to be picking that damn fruit anyway? What are y'all tripping about? We're going to be, they're going to be robots picking your apples and oranges and cotton. You're not going to replace John Deere, people.
Talk to him, brother.
No one's going to not hire you because you're black. I know that sounds crazy. And let me tell you something. I was talking to my man at the dollar store. My man be watching the show, and he ain't want me to, bring him up or nothing. But shout out to him because he always is on point. And I wish I was like, I tell him he should come on the show, go live one day. But he was sitting there saying himself, like, I can't believe people are buying into the bullshit. You worried about Black History Month when you know what? Let me say something real quick. Let me bring this back. I want to be the devil's advocate real quick. I want y'all to think of, if you have any type of empathy or imagination, I want you to take a ride with me real quick. Let me try to take them on a ride, Mr. Rogers.
You got it.
You are on a team. This team, let's call them Team Blacklight. You're on Team Blacklight, and you notice that when you joined the team, that you already noticed that there was a divide. So coming into the team, you say, oh my goodness, I noticed that, they play pretty good together for the most part, but when they're not on the court, the black people go on this side and the white people kind of go on this side. Every now and again they chorus, but it seems like they have an issue with each other. So eventually in the locker room, the black people, since you're black or if you're white, they break down to you why they don't get along. The reason being will be, let's say that when the team first started, the black people didn't get the names on their jerseys and the white people did. Now the team has changed since then. There's been whole new players, whole new situations been going on. But the black players never forgot about how you did their superstars. Let's say the superstars didn't even get paid at the end of the term or whatever. Whatever it was, to this day, they're upset. Now, the white team wants to get past it, but they can't because they're the perpetrator. The black people want to get past it, but they want some type of compensation for it. The white team is saying, look, I don't have nothing to do with what they did with your jerseys, bro. I'm just trying to win a championship. And I'm going to win it without you or with you. The black people saying, I can do it without you too. Somewhere along the line, people, when the black people and the white people put down the black part and just start being team black light, it will change everything. Let me get deeper for you, for the people who don't understand about the team. The first black person to do this, the first black person to do that. In 2025, that shit should be offensive to you.
Flat out.
You're capable black people. We've been proving this for eons. Shout out to little Eon. We've been doing this forever. Why are we still pretending that it's amazing to have the first black judge in Idaho that was with the left-handed handwriting that can bebop dance? That's past us now. We're past that now. We're better than that now. I need you. Follow me, y'all. We are in an area to where we understand and know we can do those things. We've done NASA mathematics. We've done the history. We've done this. We've done that. It's to the point now that where if we all just go under the term American, because we're in America, if you're not in America, just follow me. The people in America understand what I'm talking about.
Team America.
If you do that, I promise you, the white team is waiting on that. They're just waiting on the black team to say, hey, you know what? Come in here with a new attitude tomorrow. Let's just play for the team and see what happens. I promise you, I have never met a white man who treated me different when I came in his doorstep because I was black. That shit is a figment of our imaginations. Some people are just hateful. Some people just hate your guts because right. Yeah, but for the most part, think of it, people. You've never been on a job where a white man treated you were cool with him, but then there was a black person he didn't like, and the black person thought he was racist and was saying, oh man, that man racist, man, he don't even like me. He don't like you because you're a piece of shit, not because you're black.
Right.
Why can't a white person not like you because you're a piece of shit or because of the energy or the attitude that you give? That makes sense. But of course we have racist people, but that's not going to be the focus anymore. When they're talking about erasing black history and erasing DEI, it seems to me that they're trying to drop these things that separate us. Instead of you being the first black woman president of the high school, we're going to put you on the news and say, hey, we got a new president of the high school. Her name's Lisa Johnson. And we celebrating her today. Congratulations, Lisa Johnson. Not the black with the hope making black. If we just make all of this American history, I'm thinking, now we've gave everything else a try besides fight. We're not going to do that.
Right.
Let's try to participate in the game. Let's get legislation. Let's get some legislative people. Let's get some people who can do some lobbying for the situation. Let's get some. Let's turn our projects in our hoods into places to be proud of. That's what we're talking about. Accountability, individual accountability. Because as a group, it don't work. People, there's nobody who's gonna come together. There's no group of people or race of people who have come together as a unison unless they're in fucking prison.
Facts.
Individual, fix your house. I know I'm going on and on, but y'all got to hear this because y'all don't seem to understand that some of these things that you think are building us up are actually separating us from the team. The team is winning in their own way, and we want team benefits while still being over here. It's not working out. I've been here. I've been here with you. Trust me. Check my page. Bro, I'm trying to get it right, and I'm trying to help. I'm trying to spread what I'm going through so that you can understand where I'm coming from. It's not about being flip flop or staying the same. It's about this is why we're on this planet, people. We're on this planet to figure out the easiest route, the best route, the most successful route to make the next generation move it to the next goalpost, whatever that is. If it don't work, if it hit a dead end, we turn around, we cut that road off, and we route everybody that direction. That's why when we say, what can lead from me saying that I'm a dang on cat? What leads to that? We follow the line, we follow the future of that, and we say it leads to nothing. We cut it off. What can lead to gang banging and killing? Let's see. Dead in jail. Nope, no good. Cut it off. That's not racist. That's not being ignorant. That's being productive. If you don't get it, we don't care. We've done it your way. We've sat back and we've watched it, and it's not working. So who gives a damn what you think at this point? Does that make is that a good enough rant? Did that rant rock? Did I lose? How many subscribers did we lose, Mr. Rogers? How many, man?
Nah, you did good. We probably gained a couple off that, man. A lot of people feel like you, bro. A lot of people. Blacks for Trump, bro. We feel like it, bro.
Man, and look, at the beginning of all this, if you look back at the episodes, it wasn't even about me being for Trump. I'm the one who was bringing up the other stuff. I'm trying to be the devil's advocate for the Democrats, but they've proven what they're about time and time again. And it's not about results. Neither one of us I don't like either one of them, but one of them is going to provide a result that I feel like is better than the other. Let's keep it real here. Let's just keep it up. I like one result better than the other. I'm not going off of that other stuff, man. I'm too old for that shit. And some of y'all are too. That's all I'm saying, Mr. Rogers. That's all I'm saying. Now, you got anything else to say about President Trump and him getting it rocking? Because he has been he got a lot going on, man. We can stay here for days talking about him.
Yeah, Cuz doing his job, Cuz cleaning up, man. Cuz cleaning up. That's what the people voted for. The people voted for it.
He definitely cleaning house, bruh. I got another instance about cleaning house. If we, we are about halfway in, you know what I'm saying, to the show. Make sure y'all, like and subscribe. Make sure y'all rock with us. And matter of fact, let's take a word from our sponsor real quick. Let's see if that works.
It's never too much, never too much, never too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? We do it just like that. You know what I'm saying? We got ads now. We monetized. You know what I'm saying? But Mr. Rogers, I wanted to talk about it's a subtopic kind of, y'all. I'm off the politics for a second, but
all right.
This is a little funny to me. I've been noticing something since towards the end of last year, man. I want to talk about it real quick. Just real quick before we get out of here. What's with the black grifter scholar people right now, yo? I think this year right here is going to be the year where anybody who is dropping anything questionable, bruh, these white boys is dropping in on these black information dropping people. They wiping them out, bruh. All right. Terence Howard. Okay.
medical community.
Terrence, let me ask you a question. 1 times 1 is what? Like, this is simple. What's wrong with you? It's a simple question.
1 times 1 equal 2.
So you don't know basic multiplication. Terrence has an issue with multiplication.
Then we got Billy Carson.
When you say the Sinai Bible, what are you referring to specifically?
It's the biblical text that was written. It made it into you can actually look it up on Amazon. It's a Bible called, I have a version at home. It's called the Sinai Bible, right, from Mount Sinai. I'm assuming it's the mountain.
Confusion is that it doesn't read any differently. So actually, are you able to?
I misquoted there. It's the Gospel of Barnabas.
That's good. Relying on something like the Gospel of Barnabas, which is not just like, it's not that there's debate about it. It's that it's a known forgery. I mean, no one's referring to the Gospel of Barnabas as
Then we got now we got Lord Jamar.
Above the sun in planes and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a video where people are above the sun. Is that right? Or are you completely full of shit?
Nope. That's a fucking model. We're not going to even take you seriously.
Answer me this. Why is this down in space? Where's down? Where's down in space? What does that mean that you think is upside down? Right? Here's a guy standing right here.
I'm telling you now, Godfrey.
Pulling him down.
Okay. Now, each one of these people have a white arch nemesis who has hopped in on here and has destroyed them in some shape, form, or fashion. Eric Weinstein for Terence Howard when he went on Joe Rogan. Then we got Billy Carson when he met Wes Huff. Now we got Professor Dave with Lord Jamar. And we'll get to Umar too, because he's the wild card in this, man. Umar, I ain't watched the video. We might have to pull that up, man, just to make sure it's clear. But I might just go off the alleged. I might not pull it up. But Mr. Rogers, do you want? I know a lot of these is your boy. What about? Let's start with Terence Howard, man. What's up with that, man?
Terence Howard. I feel as Terence Howard ain't got toe down as much as Billy and Lord Jamar. Terence Howard has had a bad way of interpreting things, explaining things, which I can understand that. I could understand that a little bit. But he was on to something, but they had to check him like, bro, okay, we get what you're saying, but you're saying it wrong. And I respect that. But old Billy Carson, he kind of played himself because they had prior videos of him saying, nobody debate me. I know it all. I know all the scripts. And the first person to debate him had him stutter, had him backtracking on everything he had to say. So I tell Billy, stick to your Anunnakis, stick to the aliens, stick to that. Don't get into the religion and the antiques and the Christianity books. Stay out of that. Leave that to them.
Oh.
Now, Lord Jamar, Mr. Flat Earther, Mr. Flat Earther.
Yeah.
The Earth is not flat, bruh. And the fact that they had flat earthers went up there and tell you that. And I want to see, you probably like between you and Brother Sanchez, they're probably the only left people talking about flat earth now.
Yeah, Brother Sanchez a trip, man. I ain't gonna say nothing because I ain't gonna talk about me. He might find me. He big enough but small enough the way I found this knucklehead motherfucker right here that talking crazy about me on his little show with no subscribers on it. I'm about to mash him up, and he ain't gonna mash me up because of Trip. Shout out to Brother Sanchez, man, but he think the Earth is flat. And every time that I see a Professor Dave video, I put under there that Brother Sanchez wanted to debate him because I would love to see them too. Now, before I get into that, I'm gonna run it back to the beginning. I'm gonna run it back to Terrence real quick. Now, with Terrence, I feel like you said, he had a little something going because he has something on the engineering side to show for it. So it make it a little bit more tangible for him. It make it to where it's a little bit more, all right, we ain't gonna fuck with you totally, but don't come over here back to this 1 + 1 is 3 shit, whatever the hell you talking about. So I think he got the picture and was like, all right, I'm gonna leave the math alone. I'm gonna work on these drones. So I'll give him a pass for the most part. But what I wanted to get on him about was moving on to the next one is him and Billy, silly Billy. What said it? Silly Billy, man, silly Billy. Shout out to Black Fury. He love when I do the SETI impression. SETI. SETI. If y'all know who SETI is, Cyrus SETI, he is a pro-black scholar. He talks about black history and things like that. And when he seen Wes Huff destroy Sally Belly, Carson, he wants to challenge him. I would love to see that too, because what SETI's argument is that Billy debated him on the same fictional level of what Christianity is, because SETI says that it's all fake anyway. So where Billy messed up was trying to discuss it as if it's real, when the whole debate should have been about the fact that Christianity is made up in the first place, like that Jesus is completely made up. So that's where SETI's gonna come in on that, and I would love to see that. And then we got the last one, which is, well, not the last one, because we're gonna get to the other last one, but and then we got the last one, which is Lord Jamar. Lord have mercy. Yo. Oh, that was embarrassing to watch right there. That's the one that, because Billy Carson is known as a grifter anyway. He has this record, and a lot of people do videos on him about how he is doing questionable things. I'm not gonna get into all that though, but Lord Jamar went out like a straight sucker, yo. He went out worse than Ben, because not only did he not keep his composure, Ben kept his composure. I mean, excuse me, I always call him Ben. Billy kept his composure. He was in there like Terence kept his composure too. Terence, matter of fact, yeah, he kind of almost kept an engagement to where you couldn't tell, you couldn't gauge of whether he was offended or whether he feel like he was being, you know what I mean? He was very humble. He felt more gracious that the man was listening to him. Right. But Billy was kind of just, you just felt, he already stiff. So he's like, so maybe you're right on that. Maybe I should, maybe I have to go. Maybe I have to go. And he went home and wigged out. He went home and wigged out for 3 hours on the live, bruh. And then I was sick, and then the aliens came, and then Anunnaki told me not to do it, and then he went out and tried to sue. Now he's suing his boy who brought him on the show, for even debating this whole thing. He brought him on the show, and now he wanted
instead of taking on air like an air, moving on.
Man, oh man, that's sad, boy. I'm very disappointed with that shit. But Lord Jamar. Bro, I thought you was better than that. I really did. I know you probably don't give a damn. Like, he the type of person to where even if you say something like, bro, man, I thought you was better than that, man. I'm a big fan, but he'd have my phone, man, well, you mother F, well, you go, man, I don't care about you anyway, man. You're an agent. You're an agent anyway. Or something like he ain't even gonna hit you with nothing to try to change you. Yeah, because if somebody said, Murph, man, you wasn't with Trump. Now you with Trump. I'm disappointed in you, man. Well, I would try to at least like, what you change my mind. What's up? Talk to me. Or, let me tell you what I found out. But if you ain't even willing to talk to me about it, or if you just made your mind up, that's understandable. But they're making your mind up for them because of the way that they disrespecting the situation, and they're not allowing you they're not even getting the information out for you to make a decision. Before he couldn't even talk to this man before F him, man, forget that, man. And then you want to sue Godfrey, bro?
These be your brothers. Oh, you my brother. You my brother. You want unity.
And you know what? That's what it be. This is what it be, yo. The main ones who be talking about unity, if you challenge them or say anything different that they don't like, they ain't gonna talk to you no more. Ain't that right, Mr. Rogers?
That's right. That's
man.
right.
That's just how it is sometimes, and we fine with that. Everybody entitled to their opinion, just like I'm entitled to mine, and Mr. Rogers is entitled to his. The
That's
thing
right.
is that we don't preach that we need to be all unified. I don't think that. I think unification is in the work. When everybody do what they supposed to do, then it looks unified. If everybody take care of what they got to take care of, it'll look good on paper. Trust me. But once you start backing up and, oh man, do you realize that only 3 women work over here and 5 black people work over here and 17 white people work over? Who applied? It's more to it. It's more to these things. And I suggest that if people just keep their fucking eyes on the prize, the less people knew about the world around them, the better off they were, and they were able to focus more. I really feel like sometimes this world news is distracting a lot of us. It's privileged protest. It's a privileged protest. And if y'all know what a privileged protest is, I'm just going to tell you real quick. If you're worried about paying bills, but you have a dog and a cat, and you have and you want to talk about animal rights, and you want to go to anybody who is broke and don't got no pets and don't got no house, you talking about animal rights to somebody who homeless is considered a privileged protest, because they have more personal things that they're fighting for. So most people don't care if you want to be a horse DJ with a horse face, or if you want to be a donkey, or if you want to refer to yourself as them, they, it, or whatever the fuck. The problem is that we're so focused on that we're forgetting the focus of production and economics. People don't want to work anymore because they're so focused on what you see when you look at them. I'm at the age where I don't give a damn about y'all no more. I don't care what. And when I say that, I mean I don't care what it looked like. Can you get it done? I don't. K-Town, do you know people want? Did you know that people want doctors to look like them?
What?
Did you know that people want doctors to look like them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they feel, make themselves feel better.
I want to see doctors. I want to see doctors, black doctors. But I don't give a damn where you at or if I see you. If I saw it on a piece of paper and it said this amount of doctors are black, fine, cool. But what if the paper changed tomorrow and it said 50% of the doctors in America are black? That don't
right.
You see, y'all probably not following me. Y'all probably saying this ignorant fool, but I want you to follow here.
Boy, you crazy.
What are we doing with these things once we get them? It seems like we are achieving things left and right, but we're not doing anything with them. And I think by making a common enemy again, we'll start building the little things. We'll start hoarding the little acorns and start really building our communities again.
Well, when we say common enemy, who's the common enemy?
The government. The government was their common enemy at one point. When white people and black people and Spanish people and Asian people.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta stop you. If you're gonna be the enemy of the government, then they got a 4x4 or 12x12 where they put you at. If anything, you don't want to be the enemy of the government. You want the government to work for you.
Right.
So you got to get in the government and make the government work for you.
Right.
Because if you got a problem with the government, you got a problem with the U.S. military, the hospital, the grocery store, your bank. So I ain't got a problem with the government. We need to change the government and let the government work for the people. And then that like preaching or talking to a certain race of people, everybody ain't gonna get it. Everybody ain't supposed to get it.
And they ain't gonna want it. But the whole point is that if you're a disagreeer, if you don't agree, if you want change, there's a room available for it. Hence the new election. People didn't like the old one. They changed to this. If this don't treat your fancy the next 4 years, guess what's gonna happen? All of that stuff gonna get knocked down, taken away, and redone. The thing is,
a president shouldn't affect what you, because every 4 years, that means every 4 years you got to be a different person. You got to change every 4 years because of the president. Get it out your head, people, because the president changed every 4 years. Your job won't be there. You plan to be at a job for 20 years, you will see 5 presidents.
Right. And
so the fear, yeah, man, stop being scared. Just focus on yourself and just watch news like how we watch news and how we watch sports. It's kind of entertainment.
For real, yo, for real. And I was watching how a lot of people are talking about the what about the salute, the salute that Elon Musk did. What you think about that?
I think that's childish mindset for them to even think about. He doing a Nazi sign because let's see, he was doing a Nazi sign. He's still driving a Tesla car.
I mean,
yeah, he's still like that ain't gonna stop nothing. And what people don't know is you probably gonna pull us up. How y'all think Americans used to salute the flag?
Right. I got a matter of fact, I'm gonna drop a video in here showing Obama and
not no Obama, but the Americans.
A couple other people doing that same. They're doing that same motion. It's like listen, 5 different politicians doing that.
Our first salute to the flag was "Thus and Us," a pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Wow,
that's what it was until the Nazis started using it. And then when the Nazis started using it, we like, okay, we can't say that. But we was doing that same.
I didn't know that.
Pledge allegiance. Yeah.
Wow.
But like I say, and people, black people, uproar over a symbolic gesture. A middle finger in the sky will have some people ready to cry.
Right.
And just a middle finger.
You right. I feel you on that. So I didn't read too much into it. I was like, to me, it reminded me of when Jay-Z used to do the dollar sign, and we look through the eye and be like, see, Illuminati right there. He trying to tell you right there to meet up on the 3rd so they can drink blood.
Right.
Allegedly.
Whatever you put into it. Yep. Whatever you put into it, you think it is.
But what I would love to see, what I'm getting at, if you made it this far, is I would love to just see us focus on becoming, if we're going to be here, if we're not leaving, we're not going back to Africa, we're not going nowhere else. If we're going to be here, then let's try to make the best out of it. If they're going to take away this, let's try to do it without it. Let's pretend it don't, like, it's there. We have done it before. We can do it again, people. We great people. Don't let people fool you into thinking they about to have you in no damn field.
And when we say we is great people, all of us is great people, but
all American
people.
But I'm talking to my black people because we seem to be the most disenfranchised with the truth. Wake up! Stop worrying about all that stupid foolishness, y'all. Join the team. It's outrage as an American. There's American outrage, not just black outrage. There's things as Americans we need to fix.
Half of black people don't want to join. Half of black people want to do their own thing.
You know what? This is my last time talking to them.
Yeah, and talk to them. No one
talking to them. But the rest of America, we here.
We talk to the 50% white people who down for America, the 50% black people who down for America.
We here.
Asian, Hispanic, gays, trans who support America. That's who we talking to. Now we got a few of others who don't like America, what it stand for. And I always tell them one thing: y'all can leave. Black if you don't like it, white if you don't like it, Asian if you don't like it, Hispanic if you don't like it, you can leave.
And that's the freedom of it. Like, some people can't leave the country when they don't like it. Believe that. You can't leave. A lot of places, when you get caught doing something wrong, they'll chop your hand off, chop your lip off, cut your tongue off, all that for talking crazy about the president. Don't forget that. Don't forget that we in the place. It's a reason why everybody's trying to get here. There's a reason why. If it's somewhere better, then they would be the ones who have to fix immigration because someone busting it theirs.
The ones who complain, they had there was $600 pair of shoes on, drinking $100 bottle on a $1,500 phone, talking about they oppressed. The white man did this and this man did that.
Oppressed where? Oppressed where? Oppressed where? Because you
I ain't no
because
oppressed.
you don't save no money.
I ain't no oppressed people who can wear $600 shoes, and get up in the morning, choose to go to work or not.
Buying Yeezys.
You're oppressed. You're oppressed, but you can choose to go to work. You don't have to go to work.
They depressed must be because they're not understanding. Yeah, I definitely think that was a good
Yeah,
point.
I'm with the blacks for Trump and America first, boy. And we salute everybody. We love everybody. Like I said, black, white, trans, straight. As long as you're America first, we all on the same team, baby, and we want to win. The team win, we win. That's how it works.
Man,
if you want to be part of the team, leave.
And I think with that being said, that's a wrap, y'all. You got anything else to say to him, Mr. Rogers?
We need some more black conservatives. I think we need more of them. And the next 4 years, Trump will clean up. And he's doing a good job. The first 2 weeks, first week, he's rocking out.
Word, I see him out there, man. And I, as a neutral, I'm impressed. I usually like a good back and forth, but I actually agree with you most of this, and I agree this is gonna be an episode where we mostly agree. I'm totally fine with that. It's not always gonna be disagreement. So that's kind of what we want with everybody else, but I know that's not gonna be the case. And I'm cool with that too, as long as you get the household right under whatever flag you flying, man.
All right. And if anything ain't changed, we'll let y'all know how it going. We'll keep y'all up to date.
Word, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. If y'all like the vibe, tell them who you is one more time before we get out of here.
This is boy, Mr. Rogers, the American Southern Negro. Strive to be a hero. Tell the kids not to be a zero. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's all right. The realest vet on
We
set.
out.
This is your boy Murph Almighty, Big Brother. And it's been another episode of Never Too Much. Y'all tune in to the next one. Next time. Yeah.
Turn it on. Turn it on. Listen up. Welcome to the show. It's Black Light TV. Current vibes, all the news that you need. In this world changing, keep your soul light. Stay with us, we'll get you through the night. Turn it up.